Devon Davis has engaged in a brawl against another fighter, and it's Shakur Stevenson this time.
Say, man, look, man. Your beef is not with Floyd Mayweather.
For all of his attacks, Tank Davis has enough reasons to back himself. You sitting here beefing with Floyd. It's a fighter out here that's been calling your name that wants to fight you. You're not wrong if you believe Shakur Stevenson called for it. But more than ever, Tank's got a point to prove. You guys back up. Nothing seems more interesting to boxing fans right now than a fight between Devon Davis and Shakur Stevenson. Fans are calling for it. Boxing professionals are calling for it. And now the fighters are calling for it as well. Perhaps Devon Davis took it to another level when he ran into Shakur Stevenson last night. And before people could step in to separate them, the collision had become a brawl. All of this happened while Shakur Stevenson was busy preparing for his next fight against Artem Harutunian. Many of those around believe Shakur Stevenson was reluctant to engage in the brawl because he was avoiding any injury that could tamper with his upcoming fight. Should he have gone ahead with the bare-knuckle brawl against Devon "Tank" Davis, there's every possibility he sustains a damaging injury that could lead to a postponement of his fight next week. Devon Davis was keen on inflicting some pain and throwing some ungloved hands at Shakur Stevenson, and he surely did have his way. Well, Devon "Tank" Davis has a reason why. Tank is so intentional about proving his naysayers wrong, especially those like Timothy Bradley, who think Shakur Stevenson is the hero to defeat him. Some of your 135 contemporaries have a lot to say these days. Shakur Stevenson, of course, he's now 135 after all that stuff. And then why do people talk like he's the best? He hasn't even fought at 135 yet. He didn't even have power at 126 to 39. He's good, okay? How can you? All I say is, okay, how can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you're going to get hit. What do you do when you get hit, right? So why do people even talk like he's the best at? He didn't even fight at 135 yet, right? Remember a similar scenario played out just last month when Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney clashed at a nightclub after Devin Haney's loss to Ryan Garcia. The two boxers escalated their feud and came very close to blows outside of a nightclub in Las Vegas. Davis and Haney's feud began several years ago since they met in a sparring session, but it has re-intensified after Tank jumped on social media to mock the Dream after his upset defeat to Ryan Garcia.
That me and Devin about to spar. So it's probably like 100 people, 100 or 200 people in there. The gym one probably like 100.
Davis and Haney traded intense blows online in recent weeks ever since Haney's defeat in his bout against Ryan Garcia, but the latest development in their feud has taken it from a simmer to a boil and now to a violent physical altercation. The 29-year-old decided to take their ongoing rivalry to a personal level by pulling up and taking a picture with Haney's luxury Mercedes-Benz G63 and posting it on his social media. A video has since emerged of Haney clearly finding out about his move, and the pair have been going at it in a furious confrontation in the street. The pair were separated by their teams as they shouted inaudible insults at each other, with people around them also being dragged into the angry confrontation. Haney was clearly taking aim at Davis, and it has certainly set up a future showdown as the pair choose to settle their rivalry in the boxing ring. Footage had previously emerged which appeared to show Davis embroiled in a separate argument with Haney, although the latter isn't entirely visible. It is clear that the fiery altercation had originated from the picture which Davis posted with the caption, "Aha, can't stop stuff, and we're on their side." He then tweeted, "Tell them I made you, and your team dip out, and I'm on your side of town. That guy's a cold fool." Haney then responded by confirming it was his car and hitting back, "This guy liked my car so much he took a picture next to it. Send him one at the rate. Champion motoring." But later, phone camera footage appeared to show Davis and Haney outside a club shouting at one another amidst the commotion outdoors. And this was the exact same thing Devon Davis wanted before people came to ruin his show by separating them. Here's what many fans don't know. In the midst of this, Devon Davis has so much hatred for Haney because many felt Haney was better.
Bob, I'm backing around because a lot of boxers going at him. When we fought.
However, with Garcia's win, Haney dropped out of the conversation since Tank had beaten Ryan Garcia last year. Hence, Tank was fighting against anything that might bring Haney back into the discussion, even if it's a failed PD test. We made it cool. Not saying like, but we made it cool to go at Ryan like that. Devon Tank Davis had even surprisingly defended Ryan Garcia after it emerged Kingery had failed 2 tests on the day before and on the day of their crunch clash. Most importantly, he was enjoying Ryan Garcia's win more than anyone else, as it seemed the Haynes were his bigger enemies. Ryan is not somebody that he really liked competition. Well, what many fans have to say about this is that for the past 5 years, Devin had been after Devon Davis, hoping to fix a match between the both of them. However, Tank didn't show up all along. But once Devin Haney got his first loss against an obvious and overweight cheat, Tank had come at both him and his father on X countlessly. Once the fight was over, Devon Davis was quick to re-emphasize his dominance in boxing and make some mockery of both Devin Haney and his father. He also took to X, saying, "Forget Devin. Where Bill at? Where Dirt at?" And on a different tweet, he wrote, "I'm still coming out to get guys. It's not over. These guys got to see me." But no one thought it'd really get to the next level until now. He had also said, "Look at Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney, then look at my fight versus Ryan. If Ryan looked any different, he probably looked worse versus Haney, bigger, much slower. He only hit him with the same punch. I told everybody, a hook, a hook, a hook." Devin was sitting right there to be caught with the hook, and they were talking about this guy pound for pound. Come on, he's trash. He's trash. Their intense brawl came not too long after Gervonta Davis had shockingly supported Ryan Garcia amidst his doping allegations. In response to the controversy surrounding Ryan Garcia's alleged doping violation, fellow boxer Devon Davis came out swinging, expressing his support for Garcia and calling for repercussions against promoter Hearn. Ryan Garcia himself had protested against the findings before Devon Davis jumped to defend him. After posting a tweet featuring 3 crying emojis and LOL, Garcia briefly went live on X.
Everybody knows that I don't cheat. What can I say? Why didn't they come out with this?
You guys can see fake news, Garcia said. Fake freaking news. Don't believe these haters. I never freaking took a med in my freaking life. I don't even know how that stuff is. It's the weirdest stuff ever. Supposedly, they had it already, but they released it after I won. It makes no sense. I tested the day of the fight. Nothing. Somebody paying somebody. Garcia further denied wrongdoing in a profanity-laced post late Wednesday on X, formerly Twitter, describing it as fake news. Everybody knows that I don't cheat, Garcia said. Before, the fight. If they found it before, why would they let me step into the ring as a cheater and then come out with a victory and then they post this? Again, these are people that, are trying to attack me for whatever reason. But what can I say? Why didn't they come out with this before the fight? If they found it before, why would they let me step into the ring as a cheater and then come out with a victory and post this? He added. These are people that are trying to attack me for whatever reason. I've never taken a substance in my life. I don't even know where to get substance. At the end of the day, I barely take supplements. Big lies. I beat him. They're trying to take my greatest victory away. Kind of sad when you think about it. Why in the world would I volunteer for a test if I planned on taking those substances? In a separate post, Garcia appeared to suggest a tainted herbal supplement was to blame for the test result. You are so beautiful to me. Thank you for helping me beat Devin Haney as, are my bad. I shouldn't have taken this, Garcia wrote above a photo of a bottle-marked ashwagandha root. On the other hand, Davis felt it was all planned to rob Ryan Garcia of his win. Look, no, if he looked any different, he probably looked the worse. He just was a bigger person, much slower. Davis took to social media to voice his outrage at the attempts to discredit Garcia's recent victory over Devin Haney, bluntly stating, "They are doing anything to take away the win from Ryan." In a show of solidarity with his fellow boxer, Davis condemned what he perceives as a concerted effort to undermine Garcia's achievements in the ring. Davis was so keen on bringing Haney down that he extended the heat to those supporting Devin Haney. Hours after the news broke, Davis hopped on X with a scathing message for the people accusing Garcia of cheating. Davis surprisingly leapt to the defense of Garcia, who tested positive for a banned substance on 2 separate tests taken by V the day before and the day of his upset win over Devin Haney last month.
That's the question I'm with. He's a snake in a suit. That's all. He's a snake in
Why
a
Eddie
suit.
Hearn?
Bro, he let what's the guy's name?
In a now-deleted tweet, the Baltimore native wrote, "They are doing anything to take away the win from Ryan. If that's the case, ban Eddie Hearn's silver spoon head." However, Davis quickly realized one tweet wasn't enough to express his disdain. Ben tested positive and was still going to let him fight. Still was going to let him fight Dillian W. after he asked after test. So he took another shot at it in a following tweet, also deleted. He bashed the entire boxing world back Garcia while accusing Eddie Hearn of some serious stuff. The whole boxing world is straight sycophant, and every boxer on my timeline that claims Ryan cheated to hell. He got to cheat. We fought. Nothing came back positive. He fought on the side of Dazin with the promoter clearly wanting his fighter to win and got put. Eddie is known for doing dirty stuff, wrote Davis. I mean, I listened to Gervonta Davis. It is so painful listening to this guy who knows absolutely nothing, right? And he's like, I don't know if you saw the clip. Hearn, who has a long-standing relationship with Haney and has frequently promoted him since 2019, did not take kindly to the remark. I mean, he blamed me. Really? The guy's an idiot. Hearn told IFL TV in response to Davis's post. I've already messaged him. He's like, yeah, what I want to know is, like, how comes they let him fight if he had it in his system? It's like the tests on Friday and Saturday. The one thing about Gervonta Davis is he really talks some stuff. But why do you delete your tweets? Can you not stand by what you say? So you want to come out and say, yeah, Eddie Hearn is a dirty guy for doing this. What the hell are you talking about? And then he goes and deletes it. So anyway, I'm really sorry, but I'm not involved in collecting Ryan Garcia's blood and urine samples. Tank then insisted Garcia was being set up and took another aim at Hearn, to which the promoter confronted the undefeated star in his private messages. Hearn posted the DMs in which he said, "You talk some stuff, you do." Davis replied, "You know what you are." To which Hearn added, "Nah, and you don't know me either. The stuff they fill your head with." The American concluded, "I know the facts and what you did before I read through all that nonsense." Their feud then went public with Hearn tweeting, "Only one clown here. 1 minute you are accusing him. 1 minute you are saying he's been set up." Davis tweeted back, "I know what you are and what you do. You are a snake in a suit. That fake-ass smile doesn't fool me." Hearn added, "Your head has fallen off." Davis replied, "And I would knock your head clean off your shoulders, mate," before Hearn finished with a stepladder. Then Devon Davis made an ugly jib at Shields, who had criticized Guerra for failing his doping test, attacking the way she looked. So Ryan beat Buddy, but fair and square. What the French bulldog lady Claressa have to say about Davis? Wrote on X, and she blocked me. I should have blocked her account for the way she looks. She scares me. Shields then fought back as she did in the ring. But Davis should know that if you take a swing for the queen, you better not miss. Shields came back firing and fuming in equal measure, appearing to accuse Davis of allegedly beating up women he is interested in. She appeared on her Zace and went ranting over Tank Davis's head. Luckily, he wasn't on to listen as she yelled. She began, "I am so happy that you think I look like a French bulldog and consider me ugly because you beat up ladies that you consider cute," Shields said. "I'm glad I'm ugly to you. Go win some belts. You're standing up here tweeting. If you're lonely, go and find some friends."
Let me tell you something. I am so happy that you think I look like a French bulldog and you consider me ugly. Because you beat up bitches who you consider cute. I'm glad I'm ugly to you, nigga.
And then this was where she put her gay claims forward, hinting that Tank Davis had an admiration for Ryan Garcia like he's done with other men. Truly, it's been clear that ever since Floyd Mayweather released a nasty dance video of Tank Davis, there have been more gay allegations against him. The last time he had to tackle such allegations was when he was embraced and carried up by Diddy some time ago. And then two. Go wear some belts, go wear some belts. You steady up on here tweeting. Well, Claressa Shields brought those memories back on her Zace. "Oh, I want to ask you a question. I thought women were supposed to suck men. Why are you on Ryan's organs so hard?" "Oh, Ryan's test just came back, and he wasn't dirty. He ain't even tested the B sample yet." Why are you so worried about Devin Haney's business? What is wrong with you, boy? Ain't you supposed to be focusing on your fight? She further questioned why he was so distracted concentrating on trolling her, Floyd, and the Haney when he had a fight. What's wrong with you, boy? Aren't you supposed to be focusing on your fight? What are you doing? I was hoping to run into your little self in Vegas. I was hoping for it because just like you talk about your stuff, I'm going to talk about my stuff, but I'm going to come with facts. Shields continued trolling him, claiming he was helped by Floyd all through his career and would be nowhere without the boxing legend, further accusing him of biting the finger that fed him. The 29-year-old from Michigan finished off her rant with an explanation for Davis ducking top opponents and insisted he would be nowhere without the influence of Floyd Mayweather Jr. If you didn't have Floyd holding your hand, I don't know where you would be. He's got to hold your hand and pick your fights for you, she added. That's why you're never going to get inside the ring with Shakur. That's why you haven't fought Devin. That's why you fought a weight-drained Ryan. Go handpick your fights for you. That's why you're never going to get inside the ring with Shakur. That's why you haven't fought Devin. That's why you fought a weight-drained Ryan. However, despite his protests, he is now said to have reached an agreement with the NYAC to settle his long-running doping scandal, and it includes a lengthy ban from the New York Commission. Mike Coppinger, ESPN Boxing Insider, revealed details of Ryan Garcia's suspension and fines by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The commission overturned Garcia's majority decision victory due to the positive Austrian test, making Haney undefeated again. Ryan Garcia earned several million for his fight with Devin Haney but has now forfeited $1.8 million in total, $600K to Hearn after he was 3.2 pounds overweight, and another $1.2 million today, tweeted Coppinger, who revealed Giga made around $30 million for the Gervonta fight. Also, according to boxing journalist Dan Rafael, Garcia has accepted a punishment that will see him serve a 1-year suspension from the sport, forfeit his $1.1 million contract purse for the win over Haney, which his rival could take a percentage of, and pay a $10,000 fine. Garcia's promotional outfit, Golden Boy Promotions, is reportedly set to receive his forfeited $1.1 million fight purse. The 25-year-old will now be kept out of the ring for the next 12 months as he serves his suspension over the failed tests, which only emerged in the weeks after his emphatic win against Haney. Amidst this frustration, Ryan Garcia appeared in a live session where he miserably broke down in tears. But before this happened, his team had done the needful. Following Thursday's settlement, Garcia and his team released a statement in which they maintained his innocence while pointing to the alleged substance contamination which they believe led to the failed tests. The statement reads, Ryan Garcia was a victim of substance contamination with levels measured in the billions and trillions of a gram, which provided no advantage whatsoever in the ring. Ryan, with his legal team, has resolved this issue and firmly maintains his truth. He never intentionally took any banned substance. It's simply not in his nature. For many years, Ryan has voluntarily submitted to random testing, even during out-of-competition periods, and has never had any issues. He has maintained an impeccable and clean record throughout his career, significantly elevating and transcending the sport of boxing, earning respect and admiration from millions of fans worldwide. The fans will always remember his performance against Haney as a masterclass, and that will never be erased. Ryan will continue to elevate the sport and will be actively involved in advocating for reform. We hope future changes in our system will address issues like this one. We want to thank all of the fans who have continued to support Ryan not only during the great moments, but also through the difficult times that life brings. He will be back in the ring soon and better than ever. How do they have this excuse already built in? His __ brother was like, oh, he's going to test positive for PEDs after coming in almost 4 pounds over the super lightweight limit. Garcia produced the finest display of his career to date to get the better of Haney, whom he dropped to the canvas 3 times on his way to a points victory. Yet that win has now been scrubbed from his record after he tested positive for the said banned substance in 2 tests at the time of the fight before a requested B sample also came back for the same substance. Rematch? Cause he just claimed I don't want no rematch, so there won't be no rematch. I beat the out of him, and that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get alerted when we drop quality content like this. Until next time, Peace out.